behavior. It's just a, you know, an ideology. Well, okay, it's an ideology, but it's a very broad tent. And ultimately, yeah, the largest group likely follow the money. But you've got the population zealots, you've got the fallen communists, you've got the pro-tax, pro-government, anti-development. This is a very, very broad tent who all adhere to it. Why do abortion groups advocate on global warming? Because the prescription is their long-held wish list of policy must-haves.
Okay, now let me just stop you there, because that's where all of this is going. This is a question of individual liberties. And if I want to light my barbecue grill, or if I want to drive my 500 horsepower Mustang, I don't want some pencil-necked geek from the government telling me that I have to buy a carbon credit in order to be able to do this. This is about me personally, my family, my sons, my relatives, my friends, being able to exist in a free market economy versus this level of control. What are these guys? What is the aim of the global warming movement? What are they trying to do?
You've got the folks who picked up Enron's business lines, or the others who said, I've discovered the world's second oldest profession. I'm going to put my mouth where my money is, and I'm going to seek to make my fortune off of governmental policy favors as opposed to that tiresome innovation or competition. And it's very, very popular right now. It's branding, yes, but there are people who say, let's say, where did Al Gore get $300 million for this rebranding campaign? Follow me on this. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
And anybody will.
And he won't tell us because he doesn't have to. Who gave him $300 million to rebrand this? Here's a guess. Silicon Valley venture capitalists like him and Google, which is now a VC firm, and others who have, Google has a climate change officer. No kidding.
Google does?
Yes. They've invested in companies that will really pay off like a great day in Vegas if and only if they get mandate subsidies and taxes to pay for them. Now, so there's money in it for an awful lot of people.
Sure.
There are consultancies for green groups. Nice business you got here. Be a shame if an angry green mob showed up outside. Why don't you engage us to teach you how to be more green, and so on. It's a great racket. And for politicians, it's a bottomless well. Remember, Kyoto was sold as salvation. The problem is, when asked, nobody will say Kyoto, if perfectly implemented, pause, wait for laughter, if Europe stopped cheating, if Europe stopped fudging its numbers, if we stopped buying offsets or indulgences from China, if we actually reduced emissions, if everybody did what they said perfectly for 50 years, it would change the climate, right? No. Nobody says it would. Al Gore came back from Kyoto when they said undetectable 7/100ths of a degree Celsius, if perfect, delayed for 6 years.
7/100ths of a degree is barely.
It's the difference between these two hands. You can't, it's background noise.
Well, let me stop you again. I mean, one of the things.
All pain, no gain is my point.
Okay, but what we're